Everything that exists in front of us materially has been created. It has been an idea before it was brought into this material world. Buildings wouldn't exist had they not been drafted first, had they not been architected first and tested and designed first. It was an idea before it was something in this material world. Whatever you're watching this on right now was once a prototype. It was something that wasn't existent to the mass market. It wasn't available for sale. You couldn't walk into a store and buy it. It was created first. It was an idea first, and it evolved into what it is now. You're at a point where you are starting to receive ideas in your mind or in your head. I wouldn't even call it your mind. What I call it is past your mind. It's when you tap into some force that's greater than your mind and your body. You can call it what you want, but you tap into a force that puts an idea in your head that was not thought, but just spontaneously appears. Think about it this way too. If you're in a conversation, you're trying to recall a word, right? You forget what the word is, but you know it. It's on the tip of your tongue. You know the essence of the word, but you can't remember the actual word. And you're trying to think your way into finding the word, and you just can't do it. And the minute you let go, spontaneously, the word pops into your head. That's what I'm talking about. It's that greater force, that subconscious. So you're starting to feel these problems in your life, right? You have everything that a human should need. If you look at the Maslow's hierarchy of needs, you have food, water, shelter, hopefully friends, hopefully people that you trust, hopefully a sense of self. And now you're starting to get to the point where you're itching and there's this creative force inside you. And if you don't transmute those ideas that you have in your mind into something material and productive in this world, that creativity in your head, that tapping into a greater force, it turns into you creating problems for yourself. And that's probably why you're watching this right now, is that you have problems in your life that really you feel deep down shouldn't be problems, but they just seem to keep appearing as worries, as frustrations, because your creativity is not being expanded through you. It's not being developed, it's not being transmuted through you. So it gets stuck inside you, and the only way your body and your mind know how to get your attention with this energy, if you're not listening to the positive things, is to bring negativity into your life. And that's why you start to come up with problems. You start to pick apart little interactions that you have with the people you care about and overthink them and create situations in your head that are less than ideal. And then you start to focus on those situations and you start to worry and worry and worry more about them. And then the more you focus that attention on those problems that you've created in your mind, the more you subconsciously, as you interact with your world, find ways or find evidence to prove those worries and those problems you've created in your head right. And then the minute you start to recognize them and you start to feel insecure and interact with those potential problems, you actually bring them into the world. You manifest them into your reality, and then they become problems. You're experiencing these problems in your life because you have this unawareness of your creative energy and you're not transmuting it into anything positive. So it's subconsciously transmuting itself into something negative. It's building up inside of you, and that's the only way it knows how to get out. But now that you know this, now that you're aware of this, try recognizing when you start the ideation process. See if you can use that creative energy towards something else. Instead of worrying about a certain scenario in your mind, why don't you just write it down on a piece of paper? At least the scenario is something you can turn into a book, and you can label it fiction, because it doesn't exist unless you bring it into this world. So you can bring a problem into the world through your actions and through how you interact with people, or you could write it down into a book, realize that it's something that is starting here and ending on a piece of paper versus starting here and ending in your life. And look, You write your problems down, now you have some fiction that you can eventually put together and publish. And that's the process of creativity. You have an image in your head that you keep seeing, and there's two options when that happens. You either wait until you find a scenario in your life that scary image actually pops up, or you go paint it and sell the painting, make some money, and that's where the image ends. Same thing happens with positive creativity in life. You can think a positive thought and let your creativity transmute it into your life and create good work with it. So when you feel that burning itch inside of you, try to find a way to find some time in your life, whether it be an hour, to sit in front of a piece of paper with a pen or pencil and transmute that into something that is tangible here instead of here and here and here. Because if you don't put it down on the page, if you don't put it down into your music, if you don't put it down into a piece of art or a business idea, if you don't hash out what's going on in here in a creative way, it will manifest in your life in a way that you don't want. You're aware of it now. Good luck. Best wishes.